executive offices of hell. Satan is sitting at a desk, feet kicked up, reading a newspaper and chuckling to himself. Through a large window behind him, we can see hell in all its glory. Fire, smoke, brimstone, Starbucks franchises as far as the eye can see. Satan is a cool reptile in a very warm place, basking in the glow of evil that surrounds him. He has reached the top of his game. There is a knock at the door. Good morning, Death.
There's nothing good about it.
Just watch. The stock market's going to drop 1,000 points again. Soon it will be raining stockbrokers. You like Wall Street, don't ya?
I suppose. We did that in 1929.
Yeah. You gotta love the classics.
I don't suppose you've noticed, but I'm not happy in my work.
You're not supposed to be happy. You're death. The Grim Reaper, the King of Terrors, the Bringer of Doom, King Death, Hell's Grim Tyrant, the Curtain Closer.
The curtain closer?
Right, I made that one up. Okay. But how could you not be satisfied? Everyone knows you. Everyone fears you. They doubt I exist, but they fear you.
I don't want to be feared. I'm overworked. I never get any time off.
Time off? You're too valuable to the way that hell operates. If you took time off, you'd be backed up for centuries. You'd have to put in a lot of overtime. Remember the last time Death took a holiday? There were old people everywhere. You know what old people smell like? We had to start the Black Plague just to start up again.
I'm thinking of changing careers.
Changing careers? When did all this start?
My therapist thinks it's a good idea. Something with less stress.
When do you have time to see a therapist?
Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. I was hoping you didn't notice that no one dies on Wednesdays between 11 and 11:50. Dr. Tushman says I'm making progress. He thinks it's a therapy. I think it's a Prozac.
Prozac? He's got you taking pills?
I needed something for the anxiety.
What do you have to be anxious about? Your death. You go out and turn out their lights and collect their souls. Half go upstairs, half come down here. So simple, even a child could do it.
You don't respect the work that I do. I show up, I tap them on the shoulder, they clutch their chest and keel over, dead. That's just what I was talking to Dr. Tushman about. Besides, he says that my line of work is aggravating my passive-aggressive nature.
Passive-aggressive? Does this quack know what he's talking about?
Let's not make this about Dr. Tushman. This is about me and the job that I do for you.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but you have been slipping up. I mean, how many times have I asked you to bring the Queen?
But I like Elton John's music.
Not that Queen. The Queen of England.
Can't you get someone else to do it? How about disease? He'd love to take her.
Sorry, union rules. He can make her sick and she'd linger for what, an eternity? No.
How about the last horseman of the apocalypse?
Sorry, we got rid of 2 of them in the last downsizing. Famine became bulimic, binging and purging, binging and purging. It was like hanging around a bunch of high school cheerleaders.
I need some time off. And if you don't give it to me, I'll go over your head.
Over my head? And where?
To God. He'll see that I'm right and he'll make you give me time off.
He can't make me. He rules heaven and I rule hell. Besides, it was God that thought you up in the first place. Did I ever tell you the story of how you were born?
No.
Well, what happened was, I was hanging out in the Garden of Eden, right? Adam was walking around naked, big stupid guy. Frat boy, you know. All he did was eat and fart, so God told him to name all the animals, just to give him something to do. He named a few Fred and one Beverly, and then he knocked off for the day. He told God he was lonely. I mean, can you believe it?
So what? I get lonely sometimes.
Okay, think about it. All of creation before him in harmony. No death. The lions are getting along with the lambs. The predators and prey were hanging out in the basketball courts. Take it from me, white whales can't jump. But rather than tell Adam to grow up and appreciate all that's around him, God gives in to the whiny little bastard and decides to make woman. So he grabs one of Adam's ribs. Let me just stop there and say that if God had used a better cut of meat, we might not have had any of these problems. I mean, think what women would be like if they had been made of sirloin or porterhouse. Anyway, so God takes this rib and he makes Eve.
I thought this was about how I was born.
Hold on, I'm getting there. So, Eve shows up, and right away she's acting like every woman you ever know. You know, you ever notice a man buying a house, he said, this is perfect, I don't want it to change, where do I put my toothbrush? But a woman looks at the same house, and already she has plans to bulldoze half of it and add a second story. I mean, am I right? That's right, you don't date. One kiss from you, and she's either moving in, down here, or picking up curtains for upstairs. In any case, the fact that there's one tree that Eve can't eat from is driving her nuts. She can't stand it. Finally, I'm slithering through the garden one day, and she asked me where the tree is. It was her idea, not mine, but I get blamed. I point my tail, and the rest is history. She takes a bite, then gets the farting frat boy to take a bite too. They both notice they're naked. Creation is upset. The lions are hungry, the sheep are nervous. That's when you show up. Death arrives. If this whole damn world is going to work, we need you. We need death.
You need me?
Absolutely. You clear away the old and make way for the new. If it wasn't for death, we'd still be up to our asses in dinosaurs. But not with you around. Boom! One comet, it's over. I have to say, extinctions are some of your best work.
I didn't think you noticed.
Notice? Hell! I'm one of your biggest fans. Look, Death, I'll see what I can do. Tell you what, I was planning to start a big war this morning. Carnage, blood, lots of explosions. I'll make it a minor skirmish. You'll be done by lunch. Take the afternoon off, catch a movie. By tomorrow, you'll feel like a brand new demon.